مرحبا شباب، أهلا وسهلا في صف اللغة العربية. Professor كزال speaking to you. ونبدأ اليوم بموضوع جديد. Before everything, I want to ask you this question. كيف كانت العطلة؟ So, العطلة في اللغة العربية it means the holiday or the break. Okay? So when I say عطلة means the break. كيف means how. Just like when you say how are you, كيف كانت العطلة, how was, it's indicate to the past. We will explain the past in next lectures. Okay. فسؤالي كيف كانت العطلة؟ أنا كنت جدا سعيدة. أنا ذهبت إلى مدينة كولومبوس وأيضا إلى مدينة بيتسبرغ. كانت عطلة جميلة جدا. وأنا رجعت إلى مدينة أثينز في يوم الأحد. Okay. It's not obligatory, it's voluntary. If you want to share about your holiday, you can share it on the Blackboard. I will activate a link to submit your voice thread talking about your holiday in Arabic, but it's not obligatory. If you don't want to do this, it's fine. It's just something we do for fun and to practice more Arabic. Okay. ماذا سنفعل اليوم؟ اليوم we will talk about the cultural presentation. This is important. I want to get this done. The comparative and superlative in Arabic. This is a new topic and this is unit 17. We will talk about the homework. Okay. Before everything, let me talk about the cultural presentations. So I think by now almost all of you emailed me your topics you choose and the date you will do your presentation. But I think 2 of you still haven't sent me their selection. I don't want to call out your names here because I don't want to embarrass you, but please do this today or I'll be obligated to choose a date and topic for you. And if I do this, I cannot change it. So please let me know by today شو هو your topic وشو هو اليوم you are going to present. Okay. The cultural presentation again will be from 7 to 10 minutes. You can work alone or with someone with you, and it will be online. If you notice in the syllabus, all the cultural presentations will be online on Monday. So every Monday you will have 2 or 1 cultural presentation. What you're going to do, you have to share your screen with the whole class. And also we want to see you when you are presenting. You first introduce yourself or introduce yourself and your partner if you have a partner. Then you share your screen with the class and present. Please, this is your responsibility. Try from now to learn how to share the screen. Don't come at the day of the class and tell me, hey, professor, I cannot share the screen. This will reduce your points. When you want to present, I want you to be fully ready to do your presentation. If you have any questions and concerns, you want to practice with me, okay, I am always responding to you. Okay, so please be very well prepared. I want you to practice with confidence. The presentation can be in English, doesn't have to be in Arabic because it's just cultural presentation. And please be prepared because I know some of you will come just on the presentation day and you can maybe not able to share the screen. You don't know how to do this. So try to learn these basic things from now and let me know if you have any question about your topic. Okay, if there is some piece of information you want to make sure if it's true or no, or you want to ask me about something, feel free to email me and I will be more than happy to help you. Okay, enough about the cultural presentation. Let's talk about our topic today. So شباب سوف نبدأ اليوم بيونت 17. Yes, welcome to real stuff. So now finally we are starting our new material for this new semester for uh, mastering Arabic. We are still mastering Arabic 1, and then after we finish mastering Arabic 1, we will go to mastering Arabic 2. So now we are on mastering Arabic 1, unit 17. Okay. What is the topic of unit 17? The topic is comparative and superlative in Arabic. I assume you already know the adjectives, and in this unit we will specifically talk about comparative and superlative. Okay, how can I change the adjective from normal adjective to comparative or superlative adjective في اللغة العربية? Okay, before we start شوفوا هذه الصور صور pictures. Try now in your mind to make a sentence for each picture, any sentence, and I believe you will need adjectives. And while you are thinking, I can come up with some adjectives. So I see here in front of me there is a house, صحيح? But what's with this house? It's old. So I will give it this sentence. Oh, that's too small. I hate this. I have to. Okay, please be a. Okay. I don't know if I can write now. Black doesn't work. Okay. هذا بيت قديم. See? هذا بيت قديم. I will put it here so you can see. Okay. هذا بيت قديم. I'm talking about this picture. So هذا, this is an old house, and you see the adjective قديم I gave to describe this house. هذا البيت قديم. Okay. Let's move to this picture. Now try with me. Try to give a sentence. مثلا هذا ولد فقير. Talking about this guy. هذا ولد فقير. شو فقير؟ فقير means poor. ممكن. If I want to describe the other guy, هذا ولد غني. This is a rich guy. هذا ولد غني. Okay. Let's move to this picture. هذا بيت جميل. ممكن جميل. أو هذا بيت كبير. Sorry, I don't have Arabic keyboard. I'm just memorizing the letters. هذا بيت كبير. هذا بيت any adjective. هذا بيت حديث. حديث means modern. هذا بيت حديث. Okay. Now try to give to this picture. هذا رجل قصير. شو قصير? Short. And if you want to describe the tall guy, هذا رجل طويل. Okay, so as you see, I need adjectives حتى نحكي عن هذه الصور. هذا بيت، بيت شو؟ هذا بيت قديم، هذا رجل فقير أو رجل غني، هذا بيت جميل، هذا رجل طويل، هذه بنت قصيرة، هذا أرنب. أرنب this animal is أرنب في اللغة العربية. هذا أرنب بطيء. هذه سلحفاة سريعة. هذه سلحفاة سريعة. How come? Okay. هذا تي شيرت رخيص. رخيص. هذا تي شيرت غالي. غالي. هذا تي شيرت رخيص. هذا تي شيرت غالي. I use adjectives in all of these. Okay. Now let's go. هذا البيت قديم. قديم here is the adjective. في اللغة العربية always the adjectives come after the noun. Okay. هذا البيت. بيت this is the noun. It means the house. قديم. So it's very different from English. In English you might say old house. You put the adjective first then the noun. ولكن في اللغة العربية we put the noun first then the adjective. Okay. هذا البيت قديم. هذه البنت طويلة. شو طويلة؟ هذه البنت طويلة. tall. Notice in adjectives follow masculine and feminine. So I cannot say هذه البنت طويل. No. هذه البنت طويلة. هذا البيت جديد. Notice the adjectives always at the end of the sentence, right? Always after the noun, describing the noun. هذا البيت جديد. جديد new. الرجل سريع. سريع fast. الرجل سريع. So until now we have normal adjectives. I have قديم, طويلة, جديد, وسريع. These are normal adjectives. Fast man, tall girl. Okay. How about if I want to compare two people or want to compare one person to so many people? In this case, I will need comparative and superlative. صحيح? So how I'm going to do this in Arabic? For comparative and superlatives في اللغة العربية, both comparatives and superlatives, which are in English taller, older, tallest, oldest, both of these are formed in Arabic by using this pattern, أفعل. So we actually do not differentiate between comparative and superlative when we want to change the adjective. Okay? You might ask me, then how can I know? Is this the superlative or comparative? From the context of the sentence. And I will come to this. I will explain this to you. Now, let's learn how to form the adjective and change it to superlative or comparative. So, here, Arabic beats English. Arabic is easier here at this point. So you guys have taller and tallest, older and oldest. We have just one pattern. Just on this pattern, أفعل. So you have to change the adjective to be sounded the same of أفعل. How to do this? Let's go to the other slide. So I have the original adjective either طويل أو طويلة. طويل for masculine, طويلة للمؤنث feminine. Change it to superlative or comparative will be أطول. أطول. The same pattern of أفعل. See, it's the same pattern of أفعل. So it's أطول. See this adjective قديم أو قديمة means old. قديم أو قديمة will be أقدم. أقدم. Same as أفعل. سريع أو سريعة. سوف تكون أسرع. أسرع. And so on. All the adjectives في اللغة العربية you change them to be on the same pattern of أفعل. Okay? So the adjective, the original was طويل أطول. قديم أقدم. سريع أسرع. Now it's time to ask you a question if you notice something. What do you notice here? What's going on? See, the original adjective has masculine and feminine. طويل وطويلة. قديم وقديمة. ولكن when we change it to superlative or comparative, it's only one pattern أفعل. There is no feminine or masculine. Okay? So أطول for both. For boys and for girls. For men and women. Okay? We don't differentiate. We don't care. When we change it to superlative or comparative, it's the same pattern disregard of the gender. We don't consider the gender in this part. Put this in your mind. So قديم أو قديمة أقدم. Do not change it to أقدم. Do not add تاء مربوطة here because I know students last year they would do this. They think they can do the word in feminine way. No. أقدم goes for both girls and boys. It's fine. Masculine and feminine. سريع أسرع. Don't say أسرع. We don't have such thing. Okay? أسرع فقط. And that's easy. So two things different from English. First, remember with me. First, we don't have superlative and comparative separately. They are all the same. When it comes to change the adjective, we change it to the same pattern of أفعل. Second thing, you don't consider the gender. Okay? No masculine, feminine. We just change it to one word on the same pattern of أفعل. Okay? And here I wrote the note for you. Comparatives do not usually change according to whether they are describing something that is masculine, feminine, or plural. Hey, even the plural. So it's the same. The pattern remains the same. Okay. Okay. So here, no, it's no longer ملاحظة مهمة. So I will give you أمثلة. These are exercises. Okay. Examples. How can now I learned these adjectives, how can I change them to superlative and comparative? Now I want to put them in meaningful sentences. Okay. See this. هو أقدم قصر في المدينة. أقدم قصر. This is, or it is, the oldest palace in the city. What happened here, guys? Be focused with me. This sentence is in comparative and superlative, and to be accurate, this is superlative because I'm comparing this palace. I'm saying this is the oldest palace in the city. I'm comparing it to the whole city. I'm not comparing it to another palace. So I might have the original sentence. I will guess here the original sentence might be okay. The original sentence. Why this doesn't work? The original sentence might be هذا sorry هذا قصر قديم. This is an old palace. What happened here? I have the adjective after the noun because the adjective here is describing the noun. But when we have a sentence in superlative and comparative, we put the superlative or comparative before the noun. So I didn't say هو قصر أقدم في المدينة. No, I say هو أقدم قصر في المدينة. So step number 1, you change this adjective. This is normal adjective. قديم, you change it to superlative or comparative, and you have to follow the pattern of أفعل. Okay, we change قديم to أقدم. The second thing, you change its place in the sentence. So instead of putting it after the noun, you will put it before the noun. Okay, هو أقدم قصر في المدينة. It's the oldest palace in the town. Let's look to another example. هي أقدم مكتبة في الشرق الأوسط. هي أقدم مكتبة في الشرق الأوسط. أقدم, it is the oldest library, مكتبة, library in the Middle East. Okay, what happened here? What is this? Let's get the sentence to its original one. هي مكتبة. I don't know the letters. مكتبة قديمة. هي مكتبة قديمة. It is an old library. When this is the adjective, the normal adjective comes after the noun because it's describing the noun. When I want to change it to superlative, what I'm doing here, I first change it from قديمة to أقدم, the same pattern of أفعل. Then I put it in front of the noun, not after the noun. هي أقدم مكتبة في الشرق الأوسط. Okay. So far is good? ما في أي سؤال? Okay. If you are comfortable now, you move إلى some irregular adjectives. Okay. But before I move to these irregular adjectives, I will explain more. So let's back to these examples. We know the original adjective طويل طويلة become أطول. قديم أو قديمة become أقدم. سريع أو سريعة becomes أسرع. So what we do here on the same pattern of أفعل. I will give you a trick. It does not mention in your book, but that's a trick if you're still confusing. Okay, you can follow this trick. See what I'm going to do here. So I have the adjective مثلا طويل. What I do here to change it to superlative or comparative, I always add ألف at the beginning, because on the same pattern of أفعل. Then I take the roots and delete the vowels. What is the vowel here? Yeah, is the vowel. The roots طاء, واو, لام. So I delete the ياء and then it will become أطول. أطول. طويل أطول. Delete the ياء and add ألف. Add ألف here at the beginning. Okay? Let me do this for you. قديم. قديم. How can I change it to superlative or comparative? أقدم. I add ألف at the beginning. I keep the roots. ق, د. I delete the ياء. ياء is not root. ياء is vowel. أقدم. أقدم. See, I delete the ya and add alif at the beginning. Let me do this for you. If I have سريع, oh, I'm going to change it أسرع. أسرع. Add alif, delete ya. So what are the roots of the word سين, راء, and عين? صحيح? Okay. So, however, we have some irregular adjectives. In English, guys, you have way more than we have in Arabic. In Arabic, we have very few. If you see kind of adjective that it has doubled letters and there is ya in between, see this adjective خفيف. خفيف, it means light. خفيف. There is two fa in this word and there is ya between them. So if I want to change this to superlative, I would still add alif because on the same. So it would be like this. You will say, okay, I will delete حرف الياء and add alif, so it will be أخفف. So in Arabic, we don't have this letter after letter. Instead, we delete one letter and add shadda. This shadda means stress. It means this letter should be doubled. Okay? And these are very rare adjectives. Don't have that many adjectives have this problem. Okay? So again, if you see the original adjective has double letters, the same letters, and between them it's only حرف الياء, you do the same pattern of أفعل. You put alif at the beginning, delete حرف الياء, you keep the roots, but if you keep the roots, you will have double letters, one after one. In this case, you delete one of the letters and add شدة. So أخف. أخف. We don't say أخفف. أخف. Okay? See, there is stress on ف. خفيف. أخف. Okay? Another irregular adjective. If the third letter is واو or ياء, this change of ألف مقصورة. So حلو, it will be أحلى. So it's still following the pattern of أفعال. I add at the beginning. There is no ya to delete. And I have واو at the end. I delete حرف الواو and change it to مقصور, slight ألف. So حلو, أحلى. The same case if you have adjective and with ye, with حرف الياء, you will delete حرف الياء and change it to مقصورة. Okay? Now, so how to form this in a meaningful sentence? I hope it's not too much on you guys. Okay, how to form this in a sentence? So, you might again ask your question, how can I differentiate between comparative and superlative since there is no differentiation, since there is only one pattern, أفعل. Okay. From the context of the sentence, let's go first to comparative. Comparative, you compare two people, two things. So most likely you will find two names in the sentence. You will find two objects in the sentence. See the sentence. مريم أطول من ميرنا. This is how we form the sentence. We put the first name or the first object or whatever you want to compare. Then you put the adjective after changing it. So you cannot say مريم طويلة من ميرنا. This is normal adjective. You want to compare مريم with ميرنا. So you will change the adjective طويل to أطول. مريم أطول من. من, it means from. It means from. Okay? In Arabic, we use min in this. We use the preposition min with superlative and comparative. with comparative only, sorry. مريم أطول من ميرنا. See the other one. هذه السيارة, this car, so this is name number 1. أسرع من, faster than, faster from, if I want to translate it literally. من تلك السيارة means this car is faster than that car. تلك, it means that. Okay, so what is the condition for forming comparative sentence في اللغة العربية? Comparative sentence should has either two names, two objects, because it's comparative. So you put the first name, then the comparative adjective, then the preposition من, then the second name. مريم أطول من ميرنا. هذه السيارة أسرع من تلك السيارة. Okay, so for now I'm talking only about the comparative. Okay, so as for forming sentence regarding superlative, I'm going to talk about it in next lecture, because I feel I gave you so many information right now. But before that, I would like to talk. Okay, sorry. Okay, I want to do these adjectives with you. So this is كبير, so this is just for more practice. Now I want you to practice with me. Okay, كبير, if we want to change it to comparative or superlative, we will do أكبر. What we do here, we keep the roots كاف باء وراء. ياء is not a root. We add ألف at the beginning and delete حرف الياء in the middle. It will be أكبر. قديم أقدم. جميل أجمل. قبيح أقبح. صغير أصغر. طويل أطول. جديد أجد. Why I said أجد? Because if I delete حرف الياء here, I will have double D. And I told you we don't want double letters, so we will delete one of these D's and add شدة. أجد أجد. شديد أشد. See, the same thing with شديد. أشد. سريع أسرع. كثير أكثر. فاضل أفضل. رخيص أرخص. غني. This adjective ends with يا. Remember the irregular adjectives. I will say أغنى. So I just add ألف وdelete حرف الياء, change it to A. أغنى. Okay, أغنى. So, okay. About الواجب البيتي. Okay, I don't need this one. This slide. الواجب البيتي. So you will do handout number 1 on the blackboard, and you go to Mastering Arabic 1, your book, page 231, exercise 2, التمرين الثاني, and you will do exercise 2. Okay, and handout 1 on the blackboard, I will give you some explanation about this handout. So here I have some adjectives for you. Okay, what I want from you, you write me the roots here, just 3 letters, and you write to me how you change it to comparative or superlative. كبير became أكبر. How about صغير, جميل, رخيص, بارد, قصير, سعيد, ثقيل, جديد, خفيف. Okay? You will submit your answers this time on the blackboard. Don't send me any email. I'm activating the submission link on the blackboard. Okay? شكرا جزيلا لكم. Let me know if you have any questions. And please make sure you understand this lecture, because next lecture we will go on with comparative and superlative. And if you cannot understand this one, the next lecture will be even harder on you. Okay? شكرا جزيلا ومع السلامة.